Hey there everybody, Popontop here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we have a knife mod here. This is the Survivor's PAL, Personal Adjustable Lightweight Knife. We have it currently equipped with some modifications on it. We made it red. As you see, it's a knife. It's working with my knife animations here. You won't have these animations unless you have a particular animation mod that I have, which is also very cool because when you take the knife out, you flip it out, and that's the greatest thing of all time. That's something that stays in my load order. But let's get on to the knife that we're currently covering here. So you could find this right outside of Vault 111 if you were interested in that. Or me personally, I bought it from Arturo in Diamond City, so that was the easiest way I could find that from my particular character, whatever. So let's get into the customization of this weapon. So currently I'm doing the most damage you can do, 144 fast, which is very good. All right, like we could compare it. I guess we could technically compare it to like a combat knife or whatever. But you start out with here at 124 with a drop point blade. You can put the clip point blade on there, 217. Why does it say 217 and then 144 in the menu? It doesn't. It say 217 is a lot. Okay, I don't know how. You also change it to a hatchet technically to do the most damage. The problem I have with the hatchet mod, particularly with this one, is that it still stabs like a knife because of my animations. I'd imagine it still uses the vanilla animation, so it's still stab anyway. I just have the extra overhand stab as a thing, so it's still like a stabby hatchet, which doesn't necessarily make much sense, but it is the most damage. 289 fast is pretty insane, but like I said, it kind of throws me off because I think it's unimmersive or whatever. We can also make it irradiated, so you could do, it's essentially the drop point blade with radiation on there, and you need a science for that and nuclear material. Pretty easy stuff. You can also make the Tonto blade, which is I think the longest version of the knife, but it does the base damage with the added effect that targets bleed. But the bleed effect in Fallout 4 has never ever been very good, and I don't recommend you put that on there just for that benefit. I still think the best one here is the clip point blade, the 217. Like I said, the hatchet technically would be the best, the most damage. You could do it irradiated for some weird things if you really were into it, but I think the clip point blade is the nicest. It looks really nice too. Some small cosmetic differences between the varieties there. So we obviously have different colors here. You have charcoal, so like a black, right? Army green with the little army star on there. Royal blue, like probably like a more of a Minutemen style color. You got stainless steel, and then you got the wine red. Wine red is my personal preference. I think that it's just the color pops, right? And you're gonna make it bloody anyway. Might as well just like have the knife color match. And then you can change up the grip. Starts with the standard grip, comfort grip, or ribbed grip. Both of these just decrease action point costs as you work your way up, and you need blacksmith, but only one. So it's very early on in the game. You could use, like I said, because you can find this right outside of Vault 111. You can get very early on. You can get a very powerful knife with just blacksmith 1. And I mean, obviously this is max out perks as well. I want to point out for damage point purposes. Yeah, if you get blacksmith 1, you can put the clip point blade on there. I mean, what, 2 for hatchet? Yeah, 2 for hatchet. Like I said, it's gonna look weird with the hatchet. If you don't mind that it looks weird and you're stabbing with the hatchet, by all means use the hatchet version. But I'm gonna use this particular one. But yeah, pretty much other than that, this is just a knife. It's a special, unique little knife that we got going on in here. The mod off the list says experimental before the war, lore reasons and stuff. We're gonna go test it out in some combat because by now that's pretty much tradition. So we'll see you guys when I get there. Alright everybody, we're in my Zombies Arena arcade mode. Let's spawn in some ghouls. Why not? I mean, it's a zombie arena arcade mode, and these are technically the closest things you get to zombies. My frame rate is tanking a little bit. Like it really tanked when I got in here, but it seems to be holding out. It's probably because there's a bunch of dead bodies in here. It has not been cleaned out recently because I've been doing this a lot, testing out a lot of weapons. Ow, you're actually kind of tough. But it works fine, right? It's a knife. It's still not going to be like one of those things where you're like super sledge one-banging people. But it's a knife. It's very fast. Nothing can get to you. Or like lagging. There's supposed to be like a sound effect with that, right? I mean, it didn't take that dude's arm off. That's one of the reasons I want to pick ghouls anyway, because it's going to tear body pieces off. Let me see here. There's got to be some more. Hello there. Obviously, there's a sound effect. But you're going to have the ability to sneak with this very well, right? Like, this is the idea, is you're going to sneak around with it. I do hear a ghoul. I already went back here, though. Is there another ghoul back here somewhere I missed? Because we didn't end the round yet either. Let's see if we can sneak up on the last one. I am not very good at stealth. Just to be like 100% open and honest with you about my abilities. No? No ghouls left? There's got to be a ghoul left around it, and then I'm still weirded out by how big that hidden thing is on your screen because I've been I played Fallout 76 since then, and it's like significantly takes up way less of your screen. Anyway, where could this school be? I wanted to sneak up on him, but I'm getting impatient. I think you guys get the idea anyway. It's a knife. It does knife things. No? Like, where's this ghoul at? I'm gonna have to end this anyway, right? Otherwise it won't let me leave. If they won't let me leave, I'm stuck here forever. No, there's no ghoul. We can't get back there, right? Where? Oh, where? You didn't hear? Oh, it's right here. Sneaky. Okay, we're gonna get a sneak attack critical. I found it. 10 times damage. Obviously, that's with max out perks, ninjas, and all the things. You guys get the idea. It's a cool knife, okay? So you can get very powerful very quickly. And it's just better than the combat knife. Or the switchblade, which is your pretty much other options for knives in this game. Obviously, there's not a lot of melee weapons. Like, in terms of variety. I'm always a big fan of the Ripper, though. Or like a chainsaw. So we need some mod of chainsaw in the game. Anyway, the Survivor's PAL is a pretty good little knife mod here. Highly customizable. I like the color choices. I like that you can reduce action point cost because it already has really low action point cost, being a fast type melee weapon. And I like that you can customize it to a hatchet. I wish the hatchet would become like a hatchet and you'd swing it more like a sword. Like even at the cost of speed, right? You make it like a medium weapon, like a sword speed, but you do more damage, right? That'd make it even cooler. Or like, I don't know, somehow turn it into a club and then make it slow or whatever. Who knows? You could just mess around with it. But it is still a cool little knife. You see, I made it red. The blood on the knife is red. It's all matching together. It's very good. So, if this seems like a mod you want to check out for yourselves, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page so you can download this mod for yourselves. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like rating down below. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe so you can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever time it may be, and I'll see you in the next episode.